Plant FAQs. Vegetable. Is vegetable oil gluten-free? I've used vegetable oil in my gluten-free recipes without any issues, so it seems safe. Where to buy vegetable plants near me? I found a local nursery that always has a great selection of vegetable plants. They're my go-to for gardening supplies. What vegetable goes with pork chops? I love pairing pork chops with roasted Brussels sprouts. The flavors complement each other perfectly. Which cooking process involves submerging vegetables? Blanching vegetables is something I do frequently. It helps preserve their color and texture. Can you air fry frozen vegetables? I've air fried frozen vegetables with great results. Crispy and delicious without the added oil. Can you use vegetable oil as a lube? I've read that using vegetable oil as a lube isn't recommended due to potential health and safety concerns. What vegetables are man-made? I find it fascinating how some vegetables, like the Romanesco, are results of selective breeding and not purely natural. What vegetables go with pork loin? For a hearty meal, I pair pork loin with roasted sweet potatoes and carrots. Delicious and satisfying. Can I use vegetable oil to season my Blackstone griddle? I've used vegetable oil to season my Blackstone griddle, and it's worked well to keep the surface non-stick. Can you eat too many vegetables? I've overdone it with vegetables a few times and found that moderation is key to avoid discomfort. Is vegetable glycerin safe for dogs? I've used vegetable glycerin in dog treats before, and it seemed to be safe and well tolerated by my pets. What is vegetable tan leather? Vegetable tan leather is something I appreciate for its natural, earthy smell and durability. Can dogs eat vegetable oil? I've used small amounts of vegetable oil in dog food occasionally, and it hasn't caused any issues. Can you freeze roasted vegetables? I've frozen roasted vegetables before, and they're a great convenience for quick meals later. How to prepare vegetables for dogs? I chop vegetables into small pieces and lightly steam them to make them digestible for my dog. Are roasted vegetables healthy? Roasted vegetables are my go-to for a nutritious side. They're flavorful and packed with nutrients. How to eat vegetables when you hate them? I sneak vegetables into sauces and smoothies. It's a sneaky way to get them in my diet. What happens if you use expired vegetable oil? I've used expired vegetable oil once and found that it gave the food a rancid taste. What vegetables do not like peat moss? I've had trouble growing root vegetables like carrots and peat moss. They prefer a different type of soil. What vegetables to serve with beef stroganoff? I usually serve beef stroganoff with steamed green beans. They add a nice crunch and color. Can vegetables have seeds? I've grown cucumbers and tomatoes from vegetables that had seeds inside, which was pretty interesting. How to boil vegetables? I boil vegetables in salted water until tender. It's a simple method that preserves their flavor. What vegetables can tortoises eat? My tortoises enjoy leafy greens and bell peppers. They're healthy and well-liked by my pets. What vegetables should be avoided when taking Eliquis? I avoid vegetables high in vitamin K, like kale, because they can interfere with my medication. How to keep bugs out of vegetable garden naturally? I use neem oil and companion planting to keep pests away from my garden. It's been effective and eco-friendly. How to make vegetable curry tak? I follow a recipe for vegetable curry that includes sautéing onions, adding spices, and simmering mixed vegetables in coconut milk. What vegetable to serve with beef stroganoff? For a balanced meal, I like to serve beef stroganoff with roasted asparagus. It pairs nicely with the creamy sauce. What vegetables do wild rabbits eat? Wild rabbits in my area seem to love clover and dandelion greens. They're a common sight in my garden. What vegetables go in gumbo? I add okra and bell peppers to my gumbo. They bring great flavor and texture to the dish. Can cats have vegetable oil? I've occasionally used a tiny bit of vegetable oil in my cat's food, but I'm careful not to overdo it. Is vegetable oil good for your hair? I've used vegetable oil as a hair treatment and found it makes my hair shiny and soft. What are hybrid vegetables? I've grown hybrid vegetables like the Brandywine tomato. They're bred for better yield and disease resistance. What vegetable goes well with lamb chops? Roasted root vegetables like carrots and parsnips complement lamb chops beautifully. What vegetable goes with sloppy joes? I usually serve sloppy joes with a side of coleslaw. The crunchiness is a great contrast to the savory meat. What vegetable is cool, but not that cool? I'd say celery fits this description. It's versatile, but doesn't stand out as a star vegetable. What vegetable tastes like licorice? I find fennel to have a distinct licorice flavor. It's an interesting addition to salads and dishes. What vegetable to serve with chicken parmesan? I like to pair chicken parmesan with a side of sautéed spinach. It balances the richness of the dish. What vegetables are in hibachi? In hibachi, I enjoy the mix of zucchini, mushrooms, and onions. They're cooked to perfection on the grill. What vegetables do chickens eat? Chickens in my backyard love nibbling on corn, peas, and leafy greens. It's a treat for them. What vegetables go in chicken pot pie? For chicken pot pie, I include carrots, peas, and potatoes. They create a hearty and comforting dish. What vegetables go with jerk chicken? I like to serve jerk chicken with plantains and grilled bell peppers. They complement the spicy flavors well. What vegetables need a trellis? I use a trellis for my cucumbers and beans. They grow better when supported and have less pest issues. Do any vegetables grow on trees? I've seen vegetables like avocados and some types of chili peppers grow on trees. It's quite fascinating. Is vegetable oil keto? I use vegetable oil in my keto cooking since it doesn't contain carbs, making it a good choice for my diet. What vegetables are good with salmon patties? I find that steamed broccoli and roasted sweet potatoes are excellent sides with salmon patties. What vegetables can horses eat? My horses enjoy carrots and apples. They're sweet and healthy snacks for them. What vegetables go with butter chicken? I usually pair butter chicken with basmati rice and sautéed green beans. It's a balanced meal. What vegetables go with chicken Alfredo? I serve chicken Alfredo with broccoli or asparagus. They add a nice crunch and freshness. What vegetables go with tikka masala? I like to pair tikka masala with roasted cauliflower and peas. They complement the rich, spice sauce. Can you smoke vegetables? I've tried smoking vegetables like peppers and zucchini. It adds a wonderful smoky flavor. How many calories are in a vegetable soup? I've made vegetable soup and found that it's relatively low in calories, making it a great option for a light meal. How many carbs in vegetable soup? My homemade vegetable soup has a moderate amount of carbs, but it's balanced with plenty of fiber and nutrients. How to grow vegetables in winter? I use a greenhouse and cold frames to grow vegetables in winter. It's essential for maintaining warmth. What vegetable goes good with jambalaya? I find that okra pairs well with jambalaya. It adds a great texture and flavor. What vegetable goes good with stuffed peppers? I serve stuffed peppers with a side of roasted potatoes. They make a satisfying and hearty meal. What vegetable goes with chicken piccata? For chicken piccata, I like to serve it with sautéed spinach or roasted asparagus. It complements the lemony sauce. What vegetable goes with shrimp scampi? I usually pair shrimp scampi with a side of steamed green beans. They're light and add a nice crunch. What vegetables are good for dogs with pancreatitis? I give my dog plain, steamed carrots and green beans, as they're gentle on the digestive system. What vegetables give you energy? I find that spinach and sweet potatoes give me a good energy boost throughout the day. What vegetables go well with tuna steak? I pair tuna steak with roasted Brussels sprouts and a light salad. It's a refreshing combination. What vegetables go with chicken teriyaki? I like to serve chicken teriyaki with stir-fried bell peppers and snap peas. They add a great crunch. What vegetables grow in Florida? In Florida, I grow vegetables like tomatoes, peppers, and okra. They thrive in the warm climate. Where to buy vegetable plants online? I often buy vegetable plants online from reputable nurseries like Burpee or Johnny's Seeds. They offer a great selection. Can you drink vegetable broth while fasting? I drink vegetable broth during fasting for its low calories and comforting warmth. How long is vegetable broth good for after opening? I've found that vegetable broth stays good in the fridge for about 4 to 5 days after opening. How many calories in a vegetable egg roll? A vegetable egg roll typically has around 100 to 150 calories, which I find makes for a satisfying, light snack. What vegetable goes with chicken and rice? I often pair chicken and rice with steamed broccoli. It adds a nice touch of freshness and crunch. What vegetable goes with Swedish meatballs? For Swedish meatballs, I like serving them with lingonberry sauce and a side of buttered peas. What vegetables can iguanas eat? Iguanas in my care enjoy a variety of leafy greens like collard greens and dandelion greens. What vegetables can plecos eat? I feed my plecos zucchini and cucumber slices. They're favorites for keeping their diet varied and nutritious. What vegetables go good with lobster? I serve lobster with roasted corn on the cob and asparagus. The flavors complement the sweetness of the lobster. What vegetables need full sun? Tomatoes and peppers are vegetables that thrive in full sun in my garden. They produce abundantly. How to wash vegetables with salt? I wash vegetables with salt by dissolving salt in water and soaking them briefly. It helps remove dirt and residues. What vegetable goes with beef stroganoff? I pair beef stroganoff with a side of sautéed mushrooms and steamed green beans for a well-rounded meal. What vegetable goes with chicken marsala? I serve chicken marsala with roasted baby potatoes and a side of sautéed spinach. They complement the rich sauce. What vegetables can cows eat? My cows enjoy carrots and squash. They're a tasty and nutritious treat for them.